Hello, hello. These two are currently, as far as I know, the best made Xuan figures on the market. On the right here, we have the Apex uh, 1/7 scale Xuan with her banner accessories. And on the left, this one is a garage kit from a company called Hajimi Studio, I think. And they're both released, I think, about 2 years ago. But I recently picked them up and I'm about to give them away as gifts. Um, so before that, I thought I might as well do a comparison video. Well, not really a comparison, just going like an overview video, um, going over each of them. And first thing to notice is that uh, this one, the garage kit, has a LED strip as her, I think it was her talent uh, when she flips this around and regains her health, I think. And these rings lights up. And I will demonstrate here. I'm plugging into a DC barrel jack here. So, I'm going to turn off the light for a second, get a better look at it. This one has arrived a little defective. It has a dead zone here of the LED. But anyway, that is the main selling point of this garage kit. And also the base lights up too. And I'm going to go deeper and look closer to each of them later in the video. But I thought I would just put them side by side and show you guys how they look uh, when placed next to each other first. This one doesn't have a light switch, so you just unplug it to turn the light off. And they both arrived with some broken pieces. These Apex PVC figure, this part is broken. I just kind of stuck it back in. And this one has a lot of broken pieces. And they're here collected in this box. I will go over each of them later. But before that, I think I will show you guys first how each of their boxes looks like. So let me pan the over here. So this one to the right. Okay. I'm just gonna lift that up. This one is the Hajimi Studio garage kit, and it has her drip art with some text over it. Guys, with some default stylized font of her name, Fu Xuan. I'll show you guys each side of it. There are some random made up poems. And here is supposedly the render art of this garage kit. Um, it actually comes in two variants, I think. One with the LED light ring, and the one without. And obviously, most people got the one with the light ring. That's about it. Nothing under here. And on top of it, it just says Hajimi Studio. Okay, so that was the garage kit box, and this is the PVC from Apex box. It's very standard for an PVC figure, especially standard for a figure from Apex, as I've already owned, I think, several, at least 5 of Apex's C figures. And this is the box of the banners behind her. They actually is sold separately. And there is also a display box with built-in lights, but I didn't get that one because it was sold out everywhere. And that's about it. Oh, by the way, inside the garage kit box, it's just foam, like most garage kit. And inside the PVC box, it's standard blister packaging. And inside the banner box, it's also some foams, like pretty standard. It actually feels a little weird to have some sort of backdrop accessories sold separately for a PVC figure, but I think they really adds to the look and makes it competitive against all the crazy garage kits with their crazy like bases and backdrop. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the garage kit first. So I will move the camera forward a little bit. Don't think I can fit. Might have to readjust my tripod a little bit. Actually, I have a better way. As I have a standing desk, I can just lift it up. So, okay. So let's take a closer look of her. I will do. Let's move closer, actually. Whoa. Okay. So I will start with the base. Actually, I will start with the ring. The rings here are actually not that good looking if you look at it up close, because it looks like those cheap LED light strip like stock art. Like you can see the glitters here. And let me lift this up. It really isn't that appealing if you look at the ring up close, but I guess that's not the point of the print on the LED ring, I guess. And here is a little bit of ornament here. And this blue part is detachable. And here we have the back of it. So the DC barrel jack goes in here, and I think there's a wire inside here, inside this resin. I will close the light to yeah. So there's the wire going up there to power all these LED light ring and the LED on the base. I'm actually not sure why they did these crystal things for Xuan, because if I remember correctly, there was, or maybe there was, but I don't think there was any sort of crystals related to her floors. Anyway, let's continue. Here we have another bit of ornament, and this piece is also detachable, but it does not light up. There is no wire going up here. Okay. And this piece is also detachable. Oh, you guys cannot see. Hold on. There's a little bit of ornament here. Here. Does not light up either. So that's for the rings. And in particular, this clock sort of thing. This clock sort of thing here is pretty intricate. And I don't recall this thing from any of her design, so it was probably just a creative choice to add it behind her. Kind of resembles the sort of Buddhism light ring behind their heads, I guess. And actually, I will show you guys here. I wish it had wires going up here and also lights up. Oh, it's a bit of a cramp to put it back in. Okay. Actually, I'm going to take off the ring part and show you guys her main body later. So let's just focus on the light ring for the moment. And I guess I will show you guys the light up effect from all angles again. Put this back in. And from the sides, you can actually see um, the LED, individual LED lights. I'm not sure if you can see it from here, but yeah. The other side. Um, if you look at it in real life, the base actually has like it's noticeably lit up, but I guess on camera it is not that obvious. Let me see if I can get a closer look. Yeah, it does light up. So yeah, I got a defective one as a dead zone over here, which I heard is not uncommon for garage kits with LED lights, and not even sure if it's repairable, but luckily it's on the back side of her ring. Um, it would have been better if it was at an angle that is not noticeable from the front. But yeah, you can pretty easily tell there is a dead zone over there. But yeah, I guess this is the nature of garage kits. And I'm just going to unplug it for a moment. Excuse me. And I'll show you guys the power supply it came with. This is the power supply it came with. It is a simple power adapter. It's rated at 5 volt and 5 amps. And yeah, I think it's a pretty standard power supply. Guess technically you can plug it into a smart like a smart plug to control the light. But one other thing to mention is actually how incredibly short this cable is. Yeah, it's like actually let me measure real quick. How long is the cable? So the cable is about 90 centimeter. So not very long for DC barrel jack cable, but I guess it is not incredibly short either. And since it being a standard barrel jack with 5 volt and 5 amp, you can technically replace it if you want, I guess. Okay, and I'm just going to focus on this one, the Apex PVC, for the overall design for a moment. And I think because I want to focus on their main um, body later. So I guess I will remove the banners and the light ring later and compare the bodies more closely. So let's look at this one. Okay. Uh, this one is, I guess, meets the standard expectation of the quality of an Apex figure. Uh, because like they're a young brand, but they have already made a lot of great figures, in particular from Azure Land, and I think they have garnered quite a good reputation among the PVC hobby sphere, and I think this one is on par with their expected quality. Um, what's interesting is I think most of this, um, I guess I've never seen any other figures that have this kind of backdrop um, accessories that is actually sold separately. Actually, um, I think Apex also recently uh, announced a Brown Dust 2 girl figure from some sort of like a spy thing where they have a display box with uh, ropes serving as if they're lasers in a jewelry, like a jewelry safe room. Yeah. So maybe that's some directions for them to explore in the future. I definitely see a lot of people getting this figure without these banners, but I think these banners, albeit not necessary, but it definitely elevates the whole um, vibe or aesthetics to like hold its own against this, so to speak. And okay, I guess I will move this to the side and examine the banners first so that I can get the body later. Let me move this a little bit further there. Oh, one particular issue that I want to point out first is that I've seen a lot of people complaining about this ribbon um, sagging over time onto her hand. So that is something to be expected. Yes, that is the general consensus. The main problem with this figure. Okay. Hold on. Okay, let's add the banners. I have no ideas what any of these characters are. Seems like these are the same characters. Like it's the made-up characters that's supposed to resemble Chinese, I guess. Um, for Fu Xuan's floor in Xianzhou because she's like a fortune teller, a diviner, right? Diviner, and these banners are actually made of actual cloth. I think they're they have a nice look to them, like they are pretty reflective and glossy, but to the touch, they are really cheap. They feel really cheap, and they are held up by adjustable like pole with a stand, and on the back it's nothing much going on here. It's the same here, and this is held down just by simply placing it up, so it's not socketed or anything. So these two banners are less interesting. This one is more interesting, the main banner. This one is U-shape. A U-shape overhang, and you sliding these these two side banners. But it's also made of the same cheap. Like they feel cheap, but they don't look cheap. And I guess for a figure backdrop, that's enough. But I think they are overpriced is what I'm saying. But I guess that's about it. The prints here are actually pretty high quality. Like these celestial probably mean something in real life, or probably is a reference to something in real life. I just know what it is, but yeah. Actually, don't recall these banners being in the lore other than from her drip art. So it might just be a one-off thing. Maybe. Okay, anyway. Let's move this aside. That we can get into main event. In order to remove this LED ring, I actually have to remove her hair strand, I think, because they are positioned so awkwardly. It was very much a hassle to assemble them, but this is actually, I guess, expected from most garage kits. Okay, I would just put this thing here and this thing over here. I think this one, yeah, this one comes off easily too. This blue thing. And this too. The tricky part is that this part of her hair rests on top of the ring. Actually, yeah, and this part, not sure if you guys can see it. this part of her hair is like it sandwiches one of the ring. And I checked the reference, like the render, many times, and I'm pretty sure this is what they had intended. Because otherwise, this thing, this ribbon on her elbow would block it from properly lowering onto the proper place. Anyway, I'm just going to remove. Actually, I will try to rotate this. Oh, never mind. I'm just going to remove it. Yeah, as you can see, it is very awkwardly placed. Whoa. Guess I will remove this side of her hair too. And this ring, actually, I might not be able to remove this ring because this part of the ribbon also like it's sandwiched between the rings. I might have to remove her hole in order to remove the ring. Luckily, that wasn't too hard. Okay. I'm just going to try to going to try to unplug this with one hand. Whoa. Okay. So you can see from the bottom it is not painted underneath. And for some reason this middle ring is just a silver thing. I think like with not like just looking at it this way looks a little bit silly. But I guess when it's assembled it comes together okay, I guess. Okay, I will place this side first. Back here. Put her back. Okay, let's take a look at the base first, I guess. Yeah, nothing much to see. And underneath it's Hajimi. There's some text underneath. If I remember correctly, this was the studio's first or second figure. So I guess that was the reason I didn't order it when it came out. Even though I think this one is the first properly designed Xuan figure at the time. Okay, let's circle back. Whoa! Me. Let me move these out of the sight. Oh, this part, this little ornament has pegs on both ends, but I couldn't figure out. Like, I think it was supposed to connect both to the base and the ring, but I couldn't figure out how. And I think it's probably design mistake because there was no hole. There was no socket back here either. Oh, actually, there is. There is a socket. Look at it. But anyway, it's not really that important. Me. Actually, I will show you guys how she was assembled first. So her head is attached magnetically, and her hairs are just held with friction inside these two holes, like with little pegs. And her arms are also held magnetically with this ribbon thing held by the magnet of the arm. So I will put the arm in here first and then slot it in. Whoa, 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 whoa. There is some like space where you can move the hand, but I think this is the correct pose. It's the same with the other side of the arm. Actually, let's talk about the broken pieces first, because we are looking at parts more closely later, and I don't want to talk about the broken part pieces. So this like forgotten the name. This is like a pendant. It's not a pendant, but like a little tail thing that's connected to her ribbons. It's actually a movable ring, and it just arrived broke off. So this is the first broken piece, and if we compare it to the other side, it was supposed to be like this. Like it's a movable pendant. And the other broken piece is right here. It's like a rectangular thing. Actually, let's compare it with this one. It's this thing over here. And it also arrived broken. So it was supposed to attach like this. Actually, let's look at this one's pendants. This one's pendants are fixed. and they're not rings. I think it's a it's a trade-off between reliability and, I guess, faithfulness. But I like the fixed version of the PVC more because it retains the fluid dynamics of the drip art. And one other broken piece is one of her hairpin. This is her head, and this is supposed to be like this, and on this side, this hairpin is broken on arrival. I guess these are all pretty easy fix with some instant glue. I just didn't bother. Oh, one other thing. I guess maybe the final thing is her earring. This one I'm not actually sure is broken or is supposed to be glued on. Like this hair, this earring supposed to go here, and it's also arrived. It's in a separate it's in a separate slot from the head. So I guess it's supposed to go onto the head somehow, but there was no socket. There are no sockets on her ear, so I guess you're just supposed to glue it on somehow, I guess. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, I will reassemble her head, and let's look at it more closely and compare it with the PVC. You can see it's slowly held on with friction. Well, not really, not entirely. It's held on by friction and supposed to rest on the ring, I guess. So I'm not actually sure how the version without the ring, how the hair on that version is supposed to work. Oh god. I don't think I can keep her left strand on. Let's put her head back on first. Cool. Okay, I will put that on later. Hold on, hold on. Oh, there we go. Now for the other hair strand. I guess it also rests on her skirts and ribbons a little bit. But yeah, now we can look at them properly close up next to each other. Whoa. Okay. Just angle a little bit. Okay. So I will try to guys 360 simultaneous. It's probably a very good idea to do this. I will do it like this. Okay. As I don't want to go over the back that deeply later, I would just compare it right now, I guess. So first thing to notice is that this one has a much more apt proportioned patterns on her. I guess this is like a suit's back. Excuse me. But I'll take a sip of water. Excuse me. And the colors of the PVC is paler, less saturated as the garage kit. As for guess there's not really much to talk about other than that. Oh, I guess the hair, this one is noticeably more glossy and this one, but I guess they're like the fade from the more saturated to the paler part is more natural on the PVC and more disproportionate on the garage kit. And oh, let's look at this part actually. The back of her dress is blocked by the hair. Actually, I'm just going to handheld this part. Back of her dress is supposedly, I guess, like some sort of rope works, and it's much more natural on the PVC and more, I guess, weird, or like the colors are off on the garage kit. Um, yeah, I guess I should do a handheld 360 at some point. This one, the PVC is, I guess, much covered by other people, but the garage kit is probably not. That. And one thing, notice some people complain about this is her legs. Let me check how to get this shot. Her legs. I guess most people wouldn't see these under normal circumstances, but I saw a lot of people complaining about her legs being poorly connected to her torso in the model on this one. And I guess I will check. I will show you guys how this one is connected. It's I guess a little bit better, but not very, not by much, I guess, because you wouldn't see that part on most cases. But it is a complaint that I saw some people have with the PVC. Yeah, let's do a close-up 360 of the garage kit. That's the base. Now I'll show you guys the legs. Now the torso, her main body. I will go into more details later. Just thought it would be nice to have a 360 record, video record of this somewhere, because I haven't seen any other video talking about this figure. Now we look at the head. Okay. Hold on. Let me reposition this my phone back into place. Okay. So we are done with the backside, I guess, because I want to focus more of the comparison on the front. Okay, let's start from the shoes, I guess. The shoes on the garage kit has the same, like the, I guess, like I'm not sure if it's incorrect or just was it a design change, some, like, or it was a manufacturing issue with like all the rope work on the garage kit is noticeably more, I guess, closer to true purple, and on the PVC and also from her in-game drip art is closer to like a dragon fruit, reddish purple. So it's, yeah, you can see it here very prominently. Okay, and let's move on to the legs, I guess. I just noticed that on the garage kit, the selection is on her left leg. Like here, it's on her left leg. But on the PVC, which is supposedly also, oh, it is also on her left leg. Sorry, my mistake. I was confused for a moment. The patterns on her stockings, I guess, are pretty much the same. The PVC paint job of the stocking is more natural to white stocking, a little bit of skin colored. The patterns of the selection and the of the, I forgot what this is called, but it's like a pattern they used to use in ancient art to represent clouds, I guess. And pattern also present actually just handheld this again. This pattern is present over here, and it is also present over here, and they're pretty much the same pattern, I would guess, I would say. So on that part, they're pretty much the same. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, let's focus a little bit on the back of her dress. So there's also selection here. I kept saying selection, but I think I'm saying the wrong word. Like, is it called celestion? Ah, never mind. Okay, let's focus on her dress, on her skirt a little bit. So this part is the square thing that broke off from the garage kit, and I'm not actually sure what it is supposed to be. I guess on the garage kit, the golden part more glossy than the PVC is more have a matte finish. But over here, the rope work again has the same coloring issue. Also, this chest part here, pendant thing on her chest. This is actually arrived broke off. I just kind of plug it back in. Let's see what else. Yeah, this part also has the rope work coloring issue. And this, I think this is actually a pendant. Well, it's a necklace, I guess. This one is like mostly painted, but on the garage kit, it's it's also painted, but I think the part is more translucent. And I think being a resin, the translucent effect is easily achieved, more easily achieved. Uh, let's see. See what else to talk about. Her hand on the garage kit, she wears a little ring on her middle finger, and on the PVC, I don't think she has a ring. Oh, she has. She does have a ring. I guess. Since MiHoYo released their 3D model, uh, these garage kit makers get to uh, keep all the details more faithfully than others characters. Okay, so let's focus on the last part. I want to talk about the face, which is, I think, the biggest difference of these two. I think it would not be controversial to say the PVC has a much better face paint than the garage kit. First of all, the eye color of the garage. Let me handheld this for a second. The eye color of the garage kit, so wrong. Like, it's almost as if they're bleached, and they look a little bit soulless and just a little bit dead. And on the see, it looks more natural and more amber color. And the face paint job being the most important part of the figure, I think they really dropped the ball here. But I guess being the first Fusion figure, proper Fusion figure to release, they didn't really have much to compete, I guess, so to speak. And the other thing I want to talk about is the third eye. The third eye, like the jewel, like the gem on her forehead. Over here, it's so disproportion, like it's disproportionately placed. And over here, it's much more. I'm not actually sure um which one is more faithful to the drip art or the in-game 3D model, because if you look at the drip art, um the the gem is also pretty small, but um, I think on the in-game 3D model, the PVC size is much more accurate. Yeah. Let's see what else. I talked a little bit about hair uh, when I get them from behind, but I guess I can, you guys, overhead view compare hair color. The Garage Kit actually did a pretty decent job at like the stranding of her hairs. Like the hair strands are much more detailed, and the PVC is much more anime-like and block-like. I don't remember which version the in-game 3D model more closely resembles, but I actually prefers the hair of the Garage Kit. Sorry about all the shakiness of my hand, but couldn't really find the other way to place them more closely next to each other. Actually, I just had an idea. Hold on. Um, okay. I guess I will first. Okay. I just had an idea. I'll just take off her Garage Kit head and put it next to the PVC to compare. Because the PVC is a single piece, and I don't think the head comes off. Uh, but let me move this back a little bit. Also, I think the direction of her gaze is actually pointed towards the front on the Garage Kit, whereas on the PVC, it looks almost as if she is looking upwards, like gazing something upwards. And I'm not sure if it's intentional or something. Okay, now I will decapitate her Garage Kit head. Put it next to the PVC head. Hold on. Oh, by the way, this part, uh, the end of her hair, one of her strand, also arrived broken, and I couldn't even find the missing piece inside the foam. I'm guessing it's a packaging. It's a yeah, I broke during packaging. Yeah, I guess I can move this and focus on this. You reposition camera. Here we go. I'm just trying to make the angle of my phone perpendicular to the ground so that we get a correct angle for the head. Okay, guess this is it. So let's compare. Now we can look at them. But actually, this hairpin is all still in the way. Let me see if I can do something to prop this up. I will use my let's see, what can I use to prop this up? Okay, I have a here. This is tissue, wet tissue. I think it will stay. Hold on. Let me figure this out real quick. I will actually. I wish something that I used to prop her up. Sorry about the delay, and I'm not going to edit this video down, so you might as well jump ahead if you're watching this on YouTube. There is I'm just looking around the room, trying to find a way to prop up the head next to her. I guess this is the best we're gonna get. Yes, I can use this to support my hand a little. I guess this is the best we're gonna get. So this is then the face paint really shows their difference. Place them next to each other like this. I guess 90% the difference comes from the dead look of the bleach eye, the Garage Kit, and the animatedness Garage Kit comes from the better eye paint. Anyway. Oh, I just found a good angle. Hold on. See how well, it's not really a good angle because now it's angled upwards. I guess we're just gonna have to make do. guess this what I wanted to show for this video before I give both of these figures away. Okay. Guess that's the end of the video. Sorry about the fuss. Well, sorry about the I feel so unprepared about what I want to show. But I literally got I got the garage kit 3 days ago. And, well, it arrived 3 days ago, but I ordered it a couple weeks ago. And the PVC arrived yesterday. And I only just opened it today. So, yeah. So I just hope this video serves as some sort of future records for the first 2 proper Xuan figures. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.